Wow. Blake Lively is trying to get Justin Baldoni and his lawyer to shut up after some new footage.
So I want to cut through some of the noise here. Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment.
The Super Bowl was this year, and, Blake Lively decided to go. She wanted to leave the kids at home and just, have fun with the girlies.
Blake Lively's legal fight with Justin Baldoni has taken an unexpected turn, with fresh findings exposing layers of hypocrisy that both fans and detractors cannot ignore. As records emerge and previous comments are reviewed, it appears that Blake's public persona of honesty and openness is disintegrating under investigation. Her efforts to control the story are backfiring, trapping her in a whirlpool of inconsistencies, allegations, and public outrage. Who could have expected this unraveling?
Who Blake Lively suggested Justin be his trainer, was Ryan and Blake's clear friend and celebrity trainer who was clearly aligned to them. So now this whole fat shaming thing that started the whole argument from Ryan came from this guy, this trainer who's clearly closer to them and wants them and showing them off, pinning them all over his Instagram to get other celebrities so he can get more people to join his gym or whatever. This is where it all came from? Through hearsay, through that? And then just to focus a second, again, allegedly, if this guy is the one who did it, and you're telling me your client now, Justin, who's become your training, is talking to you about concerns or whatever. Who knows how he asked it, or if he was just brought it up in passing, like, oh man, I got this big lifting scene that I got to do.
While Blake has long been known for her outspokenness on some issues, her current involvement in this legal drama is raising eyebrows, and many are calling out the double standards. Known for her outspokenness about justice and ethics, many followers are now wondering if her previous beliefs are consistent with her current conduct. Ryan Reynolds' involvement just adds fuel to the fire, with many wondering if Hollywood's golden couple is now facing the repercussions of playing both sides of the fence. So, how did Blake's carefully crafted image unravel so quickly? Was it a series of errors or something more deliberate? Observers note that influential individuals often tread a fine line between authenticity and PR-driven tales, but when cracks appear, they may quickly turn into chasms. As more material emerges, it becomes increasingly difficult to dismiss the why. Horrible hypocrisy at play. Let's go over the events and see what this means for Blake and Ryan, as well as their larger-than-life reputations in Hollywood.
And either way, Blake Lively did a fantastic speech a couple years ago in which I absolutely love, and a lot of people were touched by it for sure. Blake Lively decides to wear Balenciaga.
What is this, honey?
Also forgot to mention, another one of Balenciaga's backlash was because they had the Balenciaga bag on top of court documents which were about CP. And a lot of people were just like, this is just strange. And it is just strange behavior. It doesn't matter how people try and flip it, bop it, twerk it, or turn it around, babes. This is strange behavior. Anyway, so she went to the Super Bowl, she wore the red, and she was basically like a walking highlighter, walking promotion from them. Is she like an ambassador? No, she's not. I did a Google search and she's not. An ambassador would be like Kim Kardashian, who constantly was shoving Balenciaga down our throats and showing campaigns that she did with them.
In an unexpected move, Blake returned to court to address the mounting opposition to her case. Her return was more than simply legal papers. It was a frantic attempt to save her reputation in the face of charges that she is acting as a victim, while engaged in activity she previously condemned. Fans have pointed out the discrepancies between Blake's claims in court and her past public opinions, leading many to wonder whether she's changing her tune to fit the circumstances.
They don't call her, well, I don't call her Blake No Receipts Lively for nothing. The judge in New York overseeing the consolidated federal case has already granted a protective order to the Nepo baby who filed the request, but that's not enough for her. So now, the wife of Scarlett Johansson's ex-husband has gone back to court and is asking for, gimme. Delulu Lively is asking for a stronger protective order than the court's model one they already received. Depositions and discovery are to come, and Taylor Swift. And others, but Taylor Swift. So you see, it's not about her. No. Pinocchio Princess has a big heart and is looking out for others. A reminder, Baldoni and his team had previously agreed to a protective order. The judge, Judge Lyman, thought it was a good idea because of how many high-profile people were involved. So we shall see if he is open to this new, much stronger protective order. Until then, Perez Hilton here at your service.
Blake and Ryan appeared to try to hush Justin Baldoni when incriminating footage leaked, disclosing comments that painted Blake in a poor light. These films quickly became a source of contention, since they exposed discussions that many saw as contradictory to Blake's public image. The decision to suppress these videos was widely ridiculed, with bystanders viewing it as an attempt to conceal truth rather than confront it straight on. This strategy has just added fuel to the fire, escalating accusations of hypocrisy against Blake. Critics argue that if Blake truly believed in the validity of her claims, she would not resort to censoring competing voices, a strategy she has openly condemned in previous battles. Instead, critics argue she should have addressed the issue directly and given clarity or evidence to support her position. By choosing concealment over transparency, suspicions about her integrity have grown, prompting many to question whether this tactic indicates a deeper reluctance to engage with constructive criticism.
Wow. Blake Lively is trying to get Justin Baldoni and his lawyer to shut up after some new footage, very revealing footage, was released yesterday. Is this her telling us a little something? Is she guilty or no?
PNSCAL, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? The Justin Baldoni and the Blake Lively situation has just gotten very messy over some time. Let's just be completely real. And I'm still questioning a lot of things that have been strewn out for the whole court of public opinion to see with their own eyes. And let's be real. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more stuff here very, very soon. But nonetheless, yesterday, Justin Baldoni's lawyer put out some video.
Justin Baldoni's team refiled their complaint and with it included a new timeline featuring a lot of new evidence. And the more I read it, the angrier I'm getting at Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Justin Baldoni's team went and did it. They made the website. You can all go check it out now. thelawstudioinfo.com, where you can get the amended complaint and the timeline of relevant events. It seems like the start of what they promised us. It's not every text, like they said, but it's a lot of new texts that really do make Blake look really bad. And that's really what I wanted to focus on first. I want to focus on what Blake alleged, and then I want to go through these new timeline of events to sort of show, well, what do we have from Justin to sort of dispute it?
Perhaps the most shocking discovery is the return of charges that Blake engaged in fat shaming on set, which contradicts her long-standing advocacy for body acceptance. Court records include specific instances in which Blake allegedly made derogatory comments about people's appearances, leaving others present feeling humiliated and disgusted. These revelations have shocked and perplexed fans who previously admired her for promoting a healthy self-image and encouraged others to value their bodies. The stark contrast between her public manner and her private actions has generated serious questions about her genuineness. Many people are now asking if her advocacy was genuine or a deliberate attempt to project a positive image. This act has not only harmed her reputation, but has also raised widespread doubts about the sincerity of her previous efforts. As the story unfolds, it serves as a reminder of how quickly public perception may change when inconsistencies are revealed.
So I want to cut through some of the noise here. Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment. Baldoni is hitting back with a $400 million lawsuit. And now Lively says her kids are traumatized. She's afraid to leave her home. And Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's favorite wise ass, is mentally and physically affected by the whole mess. You want to know what I see? I see another Hollywood disaster where justice takes a back seat to spin, strategy, and more nonsense narrative control. And we saw this before. And if you think this is just about two celebrities fighting it out, you're missing the bigger picture. This is about how the media and Hollywood's elites weaponize accusations, manipulate public perception, and decide who gets canceled and who doesn't. Because he doesn't look that traumatized to me to be cracking jokes on Saturday Night Live. Or maybe he's a better actor than I thought. So look, I spent a lot of time around Hollywood. The first 15 years of my career, I spent providing close protection and security consulting for A-list actors, musicians, rock stars, Hollywood executives. I've worked behind the scenes at private events. I've been inside their homes. I've slept in their homes. I've been on tour with some of the big names in entertainment. And I've seen firsthand how the industry works. The power plays, the manipulation. I've heard all the phone calls, the deals that never made it into the headlines. Nobody's closer than the celebrity bodyguard.
The Super Bowl was this year, and, Blake Lively decided to go. She wanted to leave the kids at home and just, have fun with the girlies. And she did that alongside her best friend, Taylor Swift, who is there to obviously support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. His family was there. Celebrities were there because obviously it's like one of the biggest nights in sports. And Ice Spice was there, Lana Del Rey was there, and a bunch of other celebrities. Blake Lively decided to wear Adidas x Balenciaga. I know Americans say Adidas. I'm British, so I'm just going to say Adidas. But yeah, Adidas x Balenciaga, and decided to basically be a walking campaign for them because it was like the brightest shade of red. And of course, people are going to wonder like, oh my God, what's she wearing? What's she wearing? Who designed this? I mean, obviously it has the 3 stripes, but people wanted to know more about the outfit, especially because like the people were more concerned about the outfit more than the actual like history here. But hey, I guess like the boots were like attached to the tracksuit. Like, they designed it in a way where it was like very innovative.
Blake's situation has become a prime illustration of Hollywood hypocrisy. While she has openly advocated for honesty and openness, her actions in this litigation indicate otherwise. From suspected behind-the-scenes manipulation to legal strategies. To avoid accountability, Blake's behavior is inconsistent with the ideals she purports to represent. Many sources feel Blake's demise is due to more than just one lawsuit. Years of uncontrolled luxury are now catching up with her.
He also did some ha-ha, he in the last Deadpool movie. Remember Nice Pool? I wouldn't be doing that if that were my wife, but I'm not married to the plantation princess. He is, and she's got a Ryan Reynolds problem. And she knows it. A source close to the soon-to-be former actress tells People magazine, whom I find to be very credible, quote, Blake felt a bit anxious about attending the SNL anniversary. She still thought it was the perfect opportunity to ease back into the spotlight. They had many friends attending, and as soon as they arrived...
Following the court documents released between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, they've got these pre-trial documents that have been going back and forth. Some might read them as very hypocritical, as Blake Lively's side is trying to get a gag order, a protective order against Justin Baldoni, so that he doesn't share the evidence against her in their upcoming court battle. Well, since the court date is set for over a year from now, I think their plan is to let the public know, hey, here's what we got. This is what we'll be sharing. This is just what happened. Of course, this coming after Blake Lively colluded with the New York Times to get her side out there with her evidence. So the question is, will this evidence by Justin Baldoni be exposed today or this weekend before the Monday court hearing? Maybe they say, well, on Monday, the judge might decide we're not allowed to talk at all.
Blake's past interviews, in which she firmly emphasized integrity, honesty, and respect, have been quickly remembered on social media. These ideas were formerly central to her public persona, making the latest claims against her much more clear. Clips from previous interviews have surfaced online, with Blake slamming dishonesty and manipulation in no uncertain terms. Ironically, these are the precise tactics she is now accused of engaging in for herself. The stark contrast between her previous words and her current actions has not gone unnoticed by supporters and opponents alike. Emotions have erupted on social media as people highlight the obvious hypocrisies. The criticism has been quick, furious, and mostly scathing. Many of her admirers are disappointed, accusing her of failing to uphold the lofty values she previously supported. They argue that, while she was willing to talk the talk, her recent actions suggest she isn't walking the walk. This growing disparity has called her credibility into doubt.
That Justin is innocent as far as that goes. And of course, when you have that out in the court of public opinion, it's very easy for people to sway and go, well, wait a second. Well, if he's not lying about this, if she was incorrect about this, could she be incorrect about a lot of other things as well? And I think this is the main reason why Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are now hitting his lawyer and Justin Baldoni with a gag order. So basically, they're trying to snuff them out. They are trying to get them to stay quiet.
While Blake receives the most abuse, Ryan Reynolds has not been spared. His presence in this ongoing controversy, notably his attempts to publicly defend Blake, has drew much attention and mistrust among fans and critics alike. At first glance, Ryan appears to be just supporting his spouse and demonstrating solidarity in a time of hardship. However, as more details about his alleged behind-the-scenes efforts emerge, some are questioning if his assistance is truly constructive or whether it is simply exacerbating the situation. What began as protective gestures now seems to some as enabling actions, exacerbating an already difficult situation. The interplay between Blake and Ryan has become a focus of public attention, with many questioning how much of their personal lives will remain in the spotlight. Some argue that Ryan's efforts to protect Blake from severe judgment may have unintentionally skewed the narrative, putting both of them under even more hardship. Instead of guiding her through the storm, his actions appear to be drawing both of them further into conflict. This raises a fundamental question. Is Ryan truly striving to safeguard Blake, or is he unintentionally contributing to the chaos? Blake's current situation could not be more serious. The case she's involved in is more than just a legal struggle. It's a test of her reputation, career, and ability to withstand harsh public scrutiny. With each passing day, additional information emerge, creating a more complicated image of what actually happened. These revelations aren't just undercutting her argument. They're eroding her reputation and giving her less options for regaining trust. Everyone's main concern now isn't whether Blake will win the lawsuit, but if she will be able to heal from the devastation she has already suffered. Winning in court may provide some immediate relief, but rebuilding her public image appears to be a far more difficult task. And with each new discovery, the path to redemption feels more elusive than ever before. It's unclear how Blake and Ryan will proceed, but one thing is certain, they'll need more than just clever PR to get out of this unscathed.